The Mortal God, The Infinity Chronicles, Volume 1. Written by E.F. Skarda. Read for you by John Pirhalla. Prologue. The rain started to fall just as the sun finished descending behind the mountains of Galatia. Mac grunted and wiped the water from his camera's lens. It had been a 3-hour hike through some of the most humid and sweltering jungle that he could remember, followed by several hours of waiting for the sun to go down as he fought off fist-sized mosquitoes. By then he'd grown considerably miserable, and the last thing he wanted was to get drenched by this planet's relentless monsoon. "You see anything yet, Mac?" Jay asked. "Nothing yet," Mac said, the drops of rain jockeying for space with the flock of freckles on his cheeks. "He sure is taking his sweet time today. I was hoping we'd get out of here before this storm hit." "He was probably waiting for it," Jay replied. He shook the water from his bushy blonde beard, then spat out a gnarled wad of tobacco. "He's hard enough to find in daylight. With the dark and rain, even we may not be able to see him." Mac shrugged and peered back through the camera's telescopic lens. In the distance, the woods fell away to a deep ravine about 300 meters wide, and on the other side stood an immense Splinter complex. The rain had kicked up a light fog, obscuring much of the structure behind the high walls, but it was an impressive fortress nonetheless. Mac had never seen one so large, and certainly never in this sort of environment. It must have taken a lifetime to build, especially given the typically meager resources their enemies had. He panned to the left and caught sight of Jackson sitting calmly on his perch about 50 meters forward of their position, his sniper's rifle extending from a branch of a giant Galatian redwood more than 100 meters above the forest floor. These trees were more than twice as tall as those that once existed on Earth, which made them ideal for camouflaging man-made structures among Galatia's tumultuous terrain. "Jax looks bored," Mac said. "What are you looking at him for?" Jay asked. "We need to be able to see Kyle once he gets in position." "Just trying to get the zoom focused. I'll have to switch on the night vision. This haze is coming in fast." Mac flipped a switch on his camera, and the world suddenly lit up again. He peered over the outer walls of the complex, searching for the commander of their unit, Kyle Griffin. In truth, it was like looking for a ghost. Mac knew he'd only be seen if he wanted to be, and that's why he was the one shifting through the complex.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?